The 5-0 Fest is taking place this weekend in Salt Lake City, where law enforcement and the public can come together in a fun atmosphere.
Joining us live is former Salt Lake City Police Chief Chris Burbank. It's good to see you, Chris.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Now, I know a lot of people know, but some don't know. What is the 5-0? What's the 5-0 part of that?
I know, right?
Well, it's a little bit of a throwback, Hawaii 5-0. They remade the program, as I understand. But it is also, it kind of became a cultural reference, especially in the rap community, that 5-0 was the acronym for the police.
So 5-0 means police?
It does.
Oh, okay.
It does.
So what can people expect for this weekend then when we're talking about the 5-0 Fest?
Well, so this is our third annual event, and it is an event that really is where we need to go as far as police and community. Let's come together. It's a party. It's a celebration. We have a couple different bands that are playing. KSL, Read Today. I mean, it's a fantastic afternoon. We have food. We have over 70 different community groups that are participating with us, and so it is simply a festival atmosphere on the police plaza. Bring everyone in. We have 7 different police agencies participating from around the valley. So it should be a great afternoon. There's a climbing wall. There's a scavenger hunt. There'll be dancing. It is just about anything you want to do on a Saturday afternoon. And it looks like the weather will be great.
Police officers come together with members of the community in a non-threatening atmosphere and just have a good time together. Families with families. And when you say police plaza, where is that?
Well, so it's on the plaza just east of the library there where the new public safety building is.
Okay.
So it's between 4th and 5th South on 3rd East.
How important are events like this to continue building that relationship with the community, do you think?
Well, there's 2 steps that I always focus on. One is that you have to have avenues to have a dialogue, right? And those dialogues, if you're in the middle of crisis and the dialogue's taking place, they're very difficult conversations. But if you have conversation and interaction beforehand, when crisis approaches, right, it's much easier to have that dialogue because you know everybody who's playing. The other thing is you need to couple that with policy, right? It's one thing to have a party, but if on the weekends you're out there using sticks and clubs and treating people unfairly, then that doesn't go over well either. So it's a 2-pronged approach from the police that I believe, especially as I've traveled the country and traveled the world, that this is the avenue that we improve the problems in policing right now.
I'll be there this Saturday, so I'll see you then. I want to ask you on another topic, Chris, that we just read about how Salt Lake City will be allocating about $500,000 to try and improve the situation with the homeless population, particularly in downtown Salt Lake City. Do you think that is enough money, the right amount of money to try and address particularly the criminal element of the homeless population?
Well, what you need to be careful of is what happens when you say, okay, address the criminal element. If you put officers down there, increase patrol presence, this is any neighborhood in any city in America, you all of a sudden have a zero tolerance approach. And you start writing tickets to individuals that do not need them, right? Somebody who's been arrested 55 times for drunk or public nuisance or things like that is not going to change their behavior on arrest number 56. We've demonstrated that. Or in some cases in Salt Lake City on arrest 556. Right? What we need to do is provide avenues. So zero tolerance, huge police presence does not work. This is the problem in America, that we've created those parts of a city that we say, oh, that's a high crime area. Let's do zero tolerance, put lots of police down there. It creates a negative atmosphere. Things like restrooms. Yes, that's common decency. This is the right direction. So it's a balance.
So it's not necessarily a ton of money that needs to solve the problem, more of improving relationships almost is what you're saying.
Well, from the police angle, yes, right? You need to identify those people who are engaged in serious criminal behavior and those that are not, because what we've demonstrated is arresting people for drugs, alcohol, and mental health issues has never worked. Right? We've been doing this for years, never worked to solve those problems. When we get them treatment, right, when we take them out of the environment, give them housing, those types of things, that changes behavior.
It's always good to see you, Chris.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you for your time.
Thanks for being here.
Former Salt Lake City Police Chief Chris Burbank. The 5-0 Fest is this weekend. Starts at noon?
Starts at noon.
Starts at noon. We'll see you there.